Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon, students. Our today's topic is blood group and blood transfusion. Blood group and blood transfusion. Students, in some situations like serious injury or illness or accident or during the operation, in this situation, a person may lose a lot of blood, as an average adult person may have 5 to 7 liters of blood in the body. So, during the situation of injury, serious illness, during the operation, if that person is need to be operated, so in such situation, the person may lose a lot of blood and need to be replaced or supplied with the blood from the another person. So this process of transferring blood or blood component from one person, that is called the donor. The person that is giving the blood to another person is called donor, and the person that is receiving the blood is called recipient. So during the loss of the blood, person is supplied with blood from another person, that is called the donor, and the process of receiving blood is called blood transfusion. Just suppose if I am having short of blood in my body, so I will take my blood. I will take the blood in my body from another person, and in that case, I will be a recipient, and the person that is giving blood to me will be a donor. And the process of transferring blood from one body to another body, or one living organisms to, particularly human, to another living organism is called blood transfusion. But during the blood transfusion, knowing one's blood group is very important, because if the blood that is transferring from one person to another person is not matched, so what will happen? Some serious complications can occur, and the person that is receiving the blood may be in the danger of life, because everyone's blood is different from another. It's not necessary that my blood will match with the blood of even of my family members. It's not necessary. And this difference in the blood is because of the presence of two things. One is called antigen and another is called antibody. Particularly antigen. So the presence or absence of antigen differentiate the blood of one to the blood of another. And depending upon the presence of antigen, the blood group are of 4 types. What are the types of the blood group? Blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB, and blood group O. So in blood group A, there are 2 types of antigen A and antigen B. So in blood group A, antigen A will be found. In blood group B, antigen B will be found. In blood group AB, both the antigens, that is A and B, both the antigens will be found. And blood group O, if we talk about the blood group O, no antigen, neither A or nor B antigen will be found. So we generally, the doctors in the hospitals generally perform blood transfusion, that means transfer of blood from one person to another person, by keeping in mind the type of antigen the person is having, both the donate, the person that is the donor and the person that is the recipient. Both blood groups should be matched before the blood transfusion. So that is important. That is very much important to know the blood group before having the blood transfusion. And in class 10, when we will go to the class 10, we will study in detail about the blood transfusion and blood group. The blood group can also be classified on the presence of RH factor, that is positive or negative. You have heard in your family member that some of the family member is having B positive, A positive, A negative, B negative, isn't it? Blood group. So the positive and negative thing is given by the presence or absence of the RS factor that you will study in detail in class 10. And who can give blood to whom? I am showing you one chart, and from that chart you will be means what understand. You will understand means who can give blood to whom. See, this is the chart. The blood group A can donate blood to blood group A and blood group AB person, and can receive blood from A and O. Blood group B can donate blood to AB and AB, and can receive blood from B and O. And blood group AB, they can only donate blood to AB, but they can receive the blood from any blood group, and that's why the blood group AB is called universal recipient, because blood group AB, they can receive the blood from any person. In fact, means if someone is having blood group AB, so that person can receive the blood from any person. That's why blood group AB is called universal recipient. And blood group O, see here, the blood group O can donate blood to all the person. In spite of their blood group O can donate the blood to every person, and hence the blood group O is called a universal donor. So from this chart, remember only two things, that blood group AB is called universal recipient and blood group O is called universal donor. Now this much for today's student, and next day we will study about the heart, about the human heart, the structure and the function.